Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the constant demands of life? Or found yourself trapped in a cycle of worrying about things you can't control? If so, you're not alone. Many of us live under the weight of expectations, whether they come from society, our peers, or even ourselves. But what if there was a way to break free? A way to live with more clarity, peace, and purpose. Today, we're embarking on a journey into a profound and liberating idea, the art of letting go. This isn't about apathy or indifference. It's about learning to focus your energy on what truly matters, while releasing the things that don't. It's about finding freedom, not by controlling the world around you, but by mastering your inner world. In this video, we'll explore timeless wisdom from some of the greatest minds in history. From the practical resilience of Stoicism to the mindful detachment of Buddhism, from the life-affirming philosophy of Nietzsche to the existential courage of Sartre, we'll uncover how these ideas can help us navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. But this isn't just a philosophical discussion. We'll also dive into real-world applications, practical steps you can take to embrace this mindset and transform your life. By the end of this journey, you'll have a new perspective on how to let go of what weighs you down and focus on what lifts you up. So if you've ever felt burdened by the chaos of modern life, or if you're simply curious about how philosophy can lead to a happier, more fulfilling existence, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Before we dive into the philosophies themselves, let's clarify what we mean by letting go. This isn't about giving up or turning away from life. It's about releasing the mental and emotional baggage that holds us back, whether it's fear, regret, resentment, or the need for control. Letting go means accepting the things we cannot change while taking responsibility for the things we can. It's about shifting our focus from external circumstances to our internal responses. It's about finding peace in the present moment, rather than being consumed by the past or the future. This idea is deeply rooted in philosophy. Across cultures and centuries, thinkers have grappled with the question of how to live a good life. And while their answers vary, one theme remains consistent. True happiness comes not from external achievements, but from inner harmony. Let's start with a fundamental question. What is happiness? At first glance, it seems like a simple concept. But as we dig deeper, we discover that happiness is complex, subjective, and deeply tied to our values and beliefs. For Aristotle, happiness, or eudaimonia, wasn't about fleeting pleasure. It was about living a life of virtue, fulfilling your potential, and contributing to the greater good. Aristotle believed that happiness comes from aligning your actions with your highest values. In contrast, Epicurus saw happiness as the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. But this wasn't about indulgence. Epicurus emphasized the importance of simple pleasures, like friendship, intellectual curiosity, and peace of mind. Fast forward to the Enlightenment, and we find philosophers like Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, who argued that happiness is about maximizing well-being for the greatest number of people. This utilitarian perspective focuses on the collective good rather than individual desires. But not all philosophers were so optimistic. Arthur Schopenhauer, for example, believed that life is inherently filled with suffering. For him, happiness was simply the absence of pain, a fleeting moment of relief in an otherwise difficult existence. Then, there are the existentialists, like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus, who rejected the idea of universal meaning. They argued that life has no inherent purpose, and it's up to each of us to create our own meaning and define our own happiness. Finally, we have the Eastern traditions, like Buddhism, which teach that happiness comes from letting go of attachment and desire. By accepting the impermanence of life, we can find inner peace and freedom. What these diverse perspectives show us is that happiness isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's deeply personal, shaped by our choices, values, and understanding of the world. And at the heart of it all is the art of letting go, of releasing what doesn't serve us, so we can focus on what truly matters. One of the most practical philosophies for mastering the art of letting go is Stoicism. This ancient Greek philosophy, founded by Zeno of Citium, teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. The Stoics believed that our happiness depends not on external circumstances, but on our inner state. As Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, famously said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not." According to Epictetus, we can control our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, but we can't control external events, other people's opinions, or the outcomes of our efforts. By focusing on what's within our power, we can free ourselves from unnecessary worry and frustration. This idea is beautifully illustrated in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. In his Meditations, Marcus reminds us that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Despite his immense power and responsibility, Marcus found peace by focusing on his inner world, rather than being consumed by external pressures. Seneca, another influential Stoic, echoed this sentiment. He advised us to remain indifferent to external circumstances, not allowing ourselves to be disturbed by things beyond our control. For the Stoics, this wasn't about apathy, it was about resilience. It was about finding strength in the face of adversity and maintaining our peace of mind, no matter what life throws at us. While Stoicism emphasizes reason and self-discipline, Buddhism offers a more spiritual approach to letting go. At the heart of Buddhist philosophy is the idea that suffering arises from attachment and desire. By letting go of these attachments, we can achieve a state of inner peace and enlightenment. The Buddha taught that everything in life is impermanent. Our possessions, relationships, and even our own bodies are constantly changing. Clinging to these things only leads to suffering. But by accepting their impermanence, we can find freedom. Mindfulness is a key practice in Buddhism. By staying present in the moment, we can let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future. We can focus on what's happening right now and respond with clarity and compassion. So how can we apply these ideas in our daily lives? Here are a few practical steps. Identify what you can control. Make a list of the things you're worried about. Then, separate them into two categories: things you can control and things you can't. Focus your energy on the first category and let go of the second. Practice mindfulness. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. Notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This simple practice can help you stay grounded and present. Embrace impermanence. Remind yourself that everything in life is temporary. This isn't a reason to despair. It's a reason to cherish the present moment. Cultivate gratitude. Take time to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. Gratitude can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy or don't align with your values. Protect your time and attention for what truly matters. The art of letting go is a journey, a lifelong practice of focusing on what matters and releasing what doesn't. It's about finding freedom, not by changing the world, but by changing ourselves. By drawing on the wisdom of philosophy, we can navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and a sense of purpose. So as we conclude this exploration, I invite you to reflect on your own life. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? And what would it feel like to let it go? Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more philosophical insights. Until next time, take care, and remember, the art of letting go is the art of living well.